Hey there guys, welcome to another action figure review. And as you could see right there, I am about to review 4 figures from the G.I. Joe classified line. And I'm mixing it up, I'm doing it way different now. See how this works out. Might still do some in the old format of me standing on the opposite wall that I'm facing right now. But for now, let me just do it this way. Kind of opening the figures up on my work table. And yeah, we're going to see. We're going to find out. And hopefully this works out the way I planned it to. So the 4 figures that I'm going to review is the Mad Marauders, Gabriel, Barbecue, Kelly. Even though it should be Slaughter's Marauders, but I'll get to that once I get to that figure. G.I. Joe Classified, Shipwreck is number 70. Barbecue is number 58. Number 61, it is Kamakura. Right there. And of course, number 72, Cobra, Copperhead. And obviously I have them facing this artwork, this side art. It varies by character, and I really don't know how to feel about that. I will say though that the different artwork for each figure makes me want to keep the packaging even once I get the figures out. So that's something I'm gonna have to figure out how to keep in the long run, because I really like it. It's really excellent art. And yeah, it's gonna be hard kind of to move on from that. I know it would have been easier because obviously all these figures are windowless packaging, and they are different from the original G.I. Joe packaging. See, this right here was the original, like when the initial waves of like G.I. Joe figures, and they moved on from that, as you could obviously see. Now they went for this blue box. Well, it's top blue, bottom black for the Cobra figures. Of course, top blue, bottom blue for the G.I. Joe squad figures. And Copperhead is going to be the only Cobra member that I'm going to review, so we're going to save him for later. And we're going to kick it off with this review with, of course, Gabriel, Barbecue, Kelly. Mad Marauders. I don't know why they couldn't name this group Slaughter's Marauders. I find it really odd that they didn't name it Slaughter's Marauders, given that they actually got the license to have a Sergeant Slaughter figure out. But I don't know, maybe they didn't think that they were going to get the license, hence why they went for Slaughter's Marauders. That's the only thing I could really guess as to why they went for that. But I really like, first of all, let me start off that I really like the color scheme for the Slaughter's Marauders. There's just something about that, like that military green with that blue, that, I don't know, it just works. It just works. I'm a big fan of that. I don't know if I think I'm a big fan of like NATO and Interpol and the Street Fighter, the Street Fighter movie, how that's what Colonel Guile and like his squad, like that's the colors that they were wearing, and they just went well. I don't know, I just really like, I'm a really big fan of like Peace Corps. I think that's what it's called, right? The Peace Corps. I'm just a really big fan of like light blue and green. For me, those two colors just pop. And speaking of popping, the packaging on this figure looks great. I think it's one of the initial windowless packaging figures as well that are out. And as you could see, the shot doesn't vary that much on the figure itself, and you'll see a good look at what you're gonna get on the figure. You're obviously gonna get Barbecue, and you're gonna get like his gas like tank, and you're gonna get a fire axe and a smaller fire axe, and of course the hose right here, and of course what that attaches to the actual like nozzle to like blow the flames out. So number 58, I think to this date this has been the only Mad Marauder figure that's been released. And yes, I kind of did pre-screen these figures, especially given that Copperhead was like slightly opened, as you could see. Reason being is like there's a lot of fig swapping going around, and yeah, so I needed to make sure that the figures inside were the actual figures inside, and I wasn't going to take any chances with that, with regards to that. So Gonna give Barbecue the floor. Gonna give him all the space he needs. Nice box, not much else to it. Like I said, I don't think they've made any more Marauders. Seems like they started with a Tiger Force and Python Patrol, and now they're moving to like Night Force and all these other sublines. And I think they're forgetting about the Slaughter's Marauders, aka Mad Marauders. And here's Barbecue right here. I think later figures they actually went for like a full portrait on the back of like this thing. Of course, these little tie thingies, I'm not a big fan of them. I find them to be annoying, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, so let's see. Yeah, like I stated before, I am a big fan of that color scheme, and given with a Gabriel Barbecue Kelly that he's rocking. I do own the regular one, by the way. This isn't his regular attire. His regular attire is more of an orange color, like flat out like flame orange, and I actually do own that figure as well. But yeah, like for the purposes, I don't know, like I said, it was supposed to be one of the figures that I was gonna set to review when I was gonna review all the G.I. Joe classified figures that I had amassed. And to be honest, I thought those were all gonna be all the G.I. Joe classified figures that I was gonna get, because I thought I was gonna start focusing more on the 3 3/4 line. And next thing you know, this line, it's literally the crown jewel of Hasbro right now. They're putting all this effort into it, and and it's actually delivering. So here I am hoping that Barbecue delivers. Barbecue delivers. What is this, DoorDash? Are they gonna get my barbecue order wrong? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. I'm trying to get them out of this. Wow, these ties, man, they must be made out of like some really strong hemp, and I'm not trying to destroy them, because I don't know, like I said, I'm trying to preserve the packaging, as like the boxes, as best as I can. That's probably gonna be a mistake on my behalf. Maybe I should just be happy with the box art on the figures. I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something out, because they're getting okay. And here I'm finally got them loose. Gonna have to figure something out for these figures right here. Look at that, looks really nice. And yep, standard articulation on this figure, but he does have like this rubberized vest that's gonna probably inhibit a bit of his movement. Of course, he's on butterfly joints, but everything else is like something that you should expect on a G.I. Joe classified figures. He does have pinned arms and pinned legs, double jointed, both of them. Thigh cut, waist cut, and I would figure he has an ab crunch, but I think the ab crunch is inhibited by the rubber part right here of his armor. Of course, bicep cut, boot cut as well, and hinge, rocker, hinge, turns around. Yeah, perfect. And I don't think he's gonna, oh, he's actually looks up a lot better than I thought he would, given his armor, and he's gonna look down. But yeah. And one thing I do like about these figures are like these foot lockers, where like all the accessories come. I'm telling you, man, they're making it harder for me to like just throw these things away, man. Like I would have settled for it just being on a I would have just settled for it being on just like a baggie or whatever. So here are all his accessories, and yeah, I mean, these foot lockers are just flimsy cardboard, but still, like the fact that it's specialized, it says 58, actually says the name of the figure. It's like little details like that go a long way, I will say. And even little details as having the G.I. Joe logo and the Cobra logo on there. It's incredible. You know, but, so here are the accessories that he comes with. That's going to be the hose, the nozzle. It's actually really Here's that axe, that fire axe right there. Bam. Here is his backpack. Of course, the propane tanks. C3H8 propane. Hike. I'll tell you what. Of course, this smaller cutting tool right there. And I think that's it. No alternate hands on old barbecue here. And hopefully these things attach really good. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how sturdy they're staying on, because I know on my I do own this barbecue figure in a different size, and yeah, well, bam, and I don't know how it's gonna attach. Maybe this one attaches like that, I guess. Then he could obviously hold this one. I don't know, man. I'm thinking I'm holding it wrong now. Thinking I just fucked it up. Kind of want this axe stone right here. But I'm actually impressed with how well this is sticking on. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this could clip on right here. Even better. Wow. And then this. That's pretty cool. That's one thing I will give this line kudos for. They definitely know where to attach like all these accessories, man. See, all these accessories could just be attached. Like the figure cannot be like doesn't have to hold everything, and there's usually a holster to like hold all this stuff in right there, as you could see. Old barbecue right there, and yeah. So let's bring it out. Let's bring out his son, Barbecue Junior. Kid mode. And as you could see, not quite the thorough translation on the two figures. This guy actually has camo. This guy's just more just standard base paint. But this guy has more light blue decos. Way more light blue decos than this guy, than his son. You keep away from me and my son. Don't ever talk to me or my son ever again. But yeah, both figures look great, but you know what? One thing I would have settled, I would have wanted like this rusty color right here. Kind of looks like a burnt barbecue grill. Would have been nice to have that right here. Not so much right here. I actually do like the blue right here, but it would have been nice to have like all these components in that rusted metal color. And maybe the pack in the back. I could live with that. But like I said, I'm a really big fan of like this light blue and this green. So yeah, I'm really happy with this figure. Looking forward to more Slaughters, Marauders, Mad Marauders, whatever you want to call them, type of figures. And yeah, we're gonna give Barbecue and his and I think the son was from a previous video, right? I'm pretty sure I reviewed him in a previous video. But we're gonna give Barbecue and his son. Well, we're gonna give this Barbecue. We're gonna give him. Let's give him an 8.5 out of 10. But that's just because I'm a big fan of the color scheme, you know. Call me a mark for that, what have you. And yeah, so coming up next, let's take a good look at G.I. Joe Shipwreck. And weird cover, weird like box art for him. Kind of like that they moved away from just having the same picture over and over of the figure, even though they kind of do repeat it. They actually do have a glamour shot of the figure in the front of it, and they actually showed you the accessories. I don't think Barbecue did that. So as you could see, their packaging had evolved over time, and both the front and the back actually shows you what it comes with. It actually shows you like glamour shots, more glamour shots of like what you expect from the figure. 6.3 inches, and barbecue is 6.47 inches. So we're gonna actually try it out. We're actually gonna test out the heights and see if the heights actually do match on these figures. And yeah, so let's open Shipwreck up. Nice packaging. As you can see, portrait of him. I guess that he has like something right here to hold him in. And once again, bam. And now the locker looks different. It actually says Shipwreck, and now the locker is like just this gray color. See, they can't just keep consistent. Can't be consistent with everything, as you can see. Oh, let's get rid of that. Okay, let's see. So Shipwreck, if I remember correctly, in the cartoon, he had I think he was based off of like Jack Nicholson or something, like at least voice wise. So he was meant to be like Jack Nicholson, and probably a movie that's not Batman, that's not Batman or The Shining, that I would probably not recognize him from. As you can see, I'm showing my age. I'm actually showing my age and how young I am, that I don't know what role Jack Nicholson played as a sailor, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for. But yet, he doesn't look like Jack Nicholson, to be all honest with you. He doesn't look like Jack Nicholson to me. Oh, wow. His hat fell. Look, he's bald now. So, obviously, his hat is one single piece. And if you want him without the hat, that's another separate piece. So, as you can see, he does have navy tattoos. A shark right there. And he has like the anchor, like the Rick Rude, anchor type of things. And no, I don't think he looks like Rick Rude either. I think he actually, with that hairpiece that he came with, I was thinking he looks a lot like that MLB player. What's his name? He looks like Bryce Harper of the Philadelphia Phillies. So less Jack Nicholson, more Bryce Harper. Yeah, but let's see if I could get his accessories out. I'm actually eager to see his parrot. Okay, there we go. Oh, nice glamour shot right there. They really like that pose, right? They really like that, going for that pose. But anyways, figure itself. Whoa. The hat doesn't want to stay put. That might go against the figure. Ab crunch, waist cut, of course, butterfly joints, thigh, bicep cut. It's kind of angular. You could see a bit of like color bleeding on the part right there. You could see a bit of skin. So double jointed elbows. Pinless. This figure is pinless. Of course, rotation at the wrist, hinge, rotation at the wrist, hinge, double jointed, everything the same. Yep, as you could see, just little bit of like color bleeding right there on the bicep cut. His jeans are actually faded. They're kind of like ripped, or like they look like they're about to be ripped. So that's a nice little paint effect to him. Double jointed knees, thigh cut. Has like the little holster belt. I'm pretty sure it's gonna slide down, kind of like Cyclops. Can do the splits okay. Can look up and can look down. And to be honest, his hat is kind of getting annoying. Feels a bit loose, if I do say so myself. Let's see. And it actually feels really, really tight right down here at the boots. No boot cut for him. And looks like it's on a hinge, but the hinge doesn't want to move up or down that much. And it does have a rocker, but like the pant bottom kind of gets in the way of that. Has chest hair, nice decal right there for chest hair. And he does have a back piece. So let's look at his supposed accessories. Okay, so he actually comes with the flintlock pistol, which I think the original figure actually had as well, the old flintlock pistol. And he actually has a specialized holder for that flintlock pistol, which is pretty cool. That's so awesome. He has a regular pistol right here, a much more modernized pistol, and it's gonna holster right here. Bam. He has the hairpiece. Let's remove the hat. Yeah, and I'm telling you, looks does not look like Jack Nicholson at all, but whatever. Has this rope, and I'm pretty sure like this little anchor head attaches there, like kind of like a grappling hook. And I think this is a callback to like his original figure, like his original G.I. Joe figure. I don't think that they've included that accessory in the reaction, because I have been thinking about getting the 3 3/4 reaction version if it wasn't $20 freaking dollars. You know, it would be nice to own, but yeah, but I'm pretty sure he had this weapon like as in the original 1980s 3 3/4 figure. Of course, Polly right there, the parrot. Nice paint deco on him. I think it could have been a bit more colorful, but that's just me being like too baseless off a bird. There it is. You ate my bird. Remember Deep Blue Sea? So what? So, and actually, the Polly has a peg leg, and that also doubles as a peg hole for like standing. So I'm pretty sure you could attach it to him on multiple spots. In particular, right here on his wrist, he actually has a peg hole right here on his wrist to attach Polly right there. And there you go. Not bad, not bad. I will say there's certain discrepancies with this figure that I did not find on barbecue. Let's see. For instance, this is pretty loose. This is really loose, so that he's gonna lose a couple of points on that. As you can see, it's really loose, which is kind of a disappointment, because you obviously want the sailor with the freaking sailor hat. And also, this is just a little paint splotch right there, so that is going to lower the figure down a bit considerably. And we're gonna have to give him see what I mean? Ugh. I'm gonna have to give him a 7 out of 10. I'm pretty sure I just got a bad version of this figure. If you get one with tight hat that won't come apart every couple seconds, get one with a tight hat that won't come apart every couple seconds, then he would be pushed up to like a 7.5. But for now, I just got to give him that score right there. So yeah. Okay, moving on to the next figure, and the next figure is gonna be, we're finally gonna go to the Cobra member. We're finally gonna go to Copperhead. Now, obviously, he's a lot closer to the packaging of Shipwreck than Barbecue, and I just like all the paint apps on him, and nice glamour shot first of all. And I just like this portrait; just shows you how much of an evil man he is. Comes with a like machete, a holster, and 2 guns. So, and he actually has like a tattoo that actually show that right there, and they actually show like a component back here. Obviously, this looked like he was opened up, so that's why I had checked it out and seen he was there. He seems to be in place everywhere. Here comes his accessories right there. Okay, let's get the figure out. So Copperhead, I'm not too familiar with that figure, with this character. Pretty sure he had a bigger role. I think he had a bigger role in the comic books than he actually did the cartoon. Not so sure, but yeah. Or he had something. I'm pretty sure he was a member that was phased out when Cobra took back. When Cobra Commander took back the forces from, like, from Serpentor. And yeah, so there you go. That's a glamour shot of him. I think he was phased out. I think he was blown up by somebody in one of the cartoons. Or they showed his vehicle blow up, but they didn't show him actually die. So, wow, this popped right there and it cracked. But that's the figure right there. Love the use of just green on this green. Definitely makes it look serpentish. Like the paint apps on the face, he looks pretty menacing. Is this a reuse? It looks like it's a bit of reuse from the. Not so much, but it's there. Actually, no, it's not reuse because this is actually like padded and rugged, and this is actually like pinless right here. He's all pinless as well. Most G.I. Joe figures are now pinless. Can you believe that? And is he? You know what? Okay, yeah, I thought he was gonna be on a butterfly joint, but they're just better at hiding it now. So he is also on a butterfly joint. Double jointed knees. Double jointed elbows. Oh man, this is gonna be hard to keep on. I could already tell you. Bicep cut. Everything stretches out fine. Waist rotation. I thought he wasn't gonna have waist rotation. I was about to dock him a couple of points because I'm like, how is he gonna be the only G.I. Joe classified figure to not have waist rotation? Thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot cut, swivel, hinge, ankle rocker. Cut, hinge, up and down. Yeah, standard articulation for him. Great paint job. Let's see how clean that Cobra logo looks, and it looks pretty clean if you ask me. And he also has a bunch of like holsters everywhere. So let's take a good look at his accessories. And let's see. Oh, there they are. Copperhead, Cobra logo. Get it out. Get that out. Go down here. Open that up. So there's that gun with the scope. The big dang holster right there. Machete. And smaller gun. And I think the holster is gonna attach to him where if I were to be a betting man, I would say the holster attaches his back. Yeah, I guess it's gonna attach to his back. So attaches right here to his back. So you can see pegs right there. Here we go. I don't know if it's actually for the machete now that I think about it. Maybe this is for the machete. No? Maybe, okay, this is for the machete. Bam. There you go. Okay. And then I'm pretty sure then it's gonna attach this way. That's odd. Okay, yeah, see, with the scope right there. Then the smaller pistol is gonna be right here. Great. Oh wow, nice tattoo right there. Ace of Spades. It's a nice little detail to him. These arm things though keep falling off, so yeah, not perfect at all for the figure. But overall, he's a great figure. Let's give him a 7.5, if you will. And we're gonna finally close off this review with the Amazon exclusive Kamakura. Of course. Oh, actually, I never did the size comparison. I just looked at right there. So let's see. So 6'4", 6'4'7", and 6'3". So yeah, these guys should be slightly taller than him, but Kamakura is 6'1", almost 6'2". So he should be slightly smaller than everyone else. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it actually scales as they say they do. Here's Kamakura, Amazon exclusive, came earlier down the line, so he's gonna have similar packaging to the barbecue, even though this, and as you can see, he has entire artwork dedicated to him right there. Nice side art. Yeah, pretty excellent figure all around. Should be getting, wow, I should be getting a buttload of stuff. I should be getting like a staff that splits into two katanas, an Uzi, a pistol, small knife, a hood, an alternate head sculpt. So this figure should be jam-packed with stuff. So we'll see if all that rings true. Let's see. Once again, I do not know much about Kamakura, other than I think he's like one of Snake Eyes' buddies, because I know they're from the same ninja clan. But and they're probably like war buddies. I don't know what war they would be friends from, because I think in the comics it would be in Vietnam. But yeah, like that nowadays. You're a Vietnam vet, you're getting the senior discount at your local buffet, you know, if you catch my drift. So I don't know what exactly war that they're trying to retcon. I guess they would have to make it Iraq now, right? They would have to make it like the Iraq war or Afghanistan. It's funny how, like, you know, the US always has to do a war just so they're able to have like backstories for all their military characters. That it's all part of the grand plan, man. You know, Hasbro's like, no, the military industrial complex must always be at war. That way we could always have backstories for our hero military line characters. At least I think so. And here we go. Got old Kamakura out. You know what? And I think this is a fairly new character, at least I'm familiar of, because I remember Ninja Corps and then Shadow Ninjas. I especially remember Shadow Ninjas because that's when I collected like my only G.I. Joe childhood figures. So I remember the Shadow Ninjas really well. Have fond memories of them. Kind of want to collect them again. The Shadow Ninjas, there were like these ninja figures that would become translucent whenever you would expose them to like hot water. And I don't remember Kamakura actually being one of the Shadow Ninjas. I remember it was like Slice, Dice, Night Creeper, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, and someone else. I just can't remember. Next, you know, it was Kamakura. That was the other one. Oh, and Nunchuck, which I think is getting a figure coming up as well. Ralph Baducci or whatever. Yeah, I think he's getting a figure. So there you go. So that's Kamakura right there in his ninja garb. Looks pretty awesome. Thigh cut. You already know. Yes, ya tu sabes. All the same stuff, you know. Thigh cut. Double jointed. Kind of stiff though due to like this block right here. But extra limber, extra articulation on them. Boot cut. Pretty cool. Has the little toe splits that, you know, ninjas usually have. Butterfly joints. Can look up okay, can look down okay. All good, you know. Hinge, up and down. Of course, yep. Okay. And let's take a good look at his buttload of accessories. Oh my god. There we go. So let's start off with the Uzi. And let's see, I'm gonna have to cut it open like this. Yeah. Fortunately, this figure is not mint anymore, but that's okay. The two katanas right there, pretty awesome. Only one actually has, though, like a green accent. Is that how it's meant to be? Yeah, and actually that's how it's meant to be. Only one katana has a green accent. That's pretty cool. Don't ask me the meaning behind that. I do not know why this one has a green accent. Maybe it comes from Snake Eyes that gave it to him or something. I don't know. And of course, this right here, long staff with a pointed edge. Long staff with a pointed edge. And see, this one could break apart, I think so. Or actually, I think it came broken already. So it's meant to simulate it. It's meant to simulate it combining. And that's when you combine it like that into that. So that's pretty cool. And besides that, he also came with, let's see, a sash. So I guess you could, the sash attaches back here. Bam. And this is a backpack, so you could carry the weapons around, so you could carry the katanas around. And obviously this is meant to be a hood that he could wear into battle. See? Bam. Yeah. Remove the head. You could also just put this right here and put the actual the head feels unnatural. The human head feels unnatural on here. But there it is. Snapped on pretty well. And yeah, G.I. Joe, let's be honest, G.I. Joe has a lot of white guys that know ninjutsu. But I guess that's part of the charm, you know? That's part of the charm of the line. But yeah, so there you go, right there. Of course, a little knife. I will say this. I don't know where a bunch of his accessories are going to be stored. As a matter of fact, I dropped the knife already. Let me see if I could pick it up. I don't know where a bunch of his accessories are going to be stored because, yeah, he doesn't have that many holsters. And I don't think the figure actually shows you where you could place stuff on. Yeah, I don't think you could store a lot of the stuff on him in comparison to other figures, so that might be a little drawback to him. I do appreciate the fact that he comes with a buttload of accessories though, but still, like, oh wow. Let's see. It's attached just a head without the hood. Like so. Now that I actually got this in here, I'm having a hard time getting it out. Okay. I guess it's just meant for the ninja head. It doesn't look that good on his actual human head. The hood. And yeah, so I guess it came with a bunch of accessories, but he can't really store them that well. Not sure how to feel about that. Not sure how to feel about that. I can't find his holster now, his backpack piece. His back piece. There it is. Found it. Okay, so put it back in. So I'm assuming that one katana is gonna go like that. The other one is gonna go like that. Bam. Not bad. Probably gonna keep this down here like that. As so. There you go. Maybe give him. What's up? And also, what's up with the clan and always them carrying Uzis, man? But yeah, there you go. Because I think Snake Eyes carries an Uzi as well, so probably weapon of choice for the clan or something, you know. Perfect holding of the gun, if I do say so myself. Bam. And unfortunately, there's no way. I don't see any pockets, any extra pockets to store these other stuff like the little knife. And I figured it would have been like a little slit by the leg or something. And these things are not pegging on. I'm not gonna lie, it's not pegging on as well. This little part right here is not pegging on as well, as you can see. It's far from perfect. This figure is far from perfect, if I do say so myself. But with that in mind, he did come jam-packed with a bunch of accessories, and he does look pretty cool. We're gonna give him a 7.5. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really disappointed with the most disappointing thing about this whole lot of figures is the Shipwreck's hat. I just thought they could have done more with it, you know. Or maybe mine's just a awkward one, you know. That's probably it. And I'm most impressed with the barbecue. But then again, I think I had already came in with the mindset that I was gonna be happy the most with the barbecue figure. It is what it is. Thank you guys for joining me on another video. I'll see you guys next time. Obviously, I probably gave you guys a preview of one of the figures that I'm going to review next. If you guys saw the video, you guys know which one's going to come up next. In the meantime, peace and love like always. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Yo, Joe.